Did Michael Jackson collect these dolls? Stay tuned to find out. Lee Middleton Reborn started to make dolls from her kitchen in the 1970s. In the 1980s, she gained popularity at doll shows and thus started the Lee Middleton Doll Company. This one, his name is Jake. He can suck his thumb and he's super heavy, but he's very cuddly at the same time because they have cloth stuffed bodies. His head is huge, I think, but he's pretty realistic, and I used to carry him around as a kid. The cloth bodies go down rather far on their arms and legs, and they are a harder vinyl material. You have to squeeze rather hard to get it to squish down at all. This one is called My Own Baby. As you see, she's got the cloth body that goes down really far like I was talking about. She takes a passy. Her mouth is open wide like this so she can have a bottle as well. She doesn't have any eyelashes. Her eyes are just painted on eyelashes and painted on eyebrows. And the same hair as Jake. This is Susan's original outfit, and it's very thrashed and grody, as you can see, because I played with her so much. So I have this other one that's from Taylor the Bear. That's by Lee Middleton, and I'll show you Taylor the Bear next. This is what the Lee Middleton tag looks like. It has a little girl that looks like maybe she's holding a doll, and the little girl is in a bonnet and a long dress. And the neck has a number on it. But I think Susan is my favorite. Lee Middleton was inspired by portrait artists, her own children, and her strong faith. That's why her dolls are so nice and realistic, because she was highly inspired in life. This is what Susan looked like when I got her. Just beautiful. She looks so real. People would always stop me and come up and be like, oh my gosh, I thought it was a real baby. And just like I mentioned in my twin doll video, I'll link that in the description right now. Lee Middleton dolls were featured on the Oprah Winfrey Show, which helped them get even more recognition. These were one of the most realistic dolls they had at the time. Back then, history was made. Lee Middleton also had these nice bears. They're very heavy and durable and stuffed full, just like the dolls are. And they can share the same size clothes, which is awesome. So I'm sure you guys have seen this dress on my lovely Susan that's sleeping. And now you see it on Taylor the Bear. And Taylor has the same Gerber translucent pink pacifier that came with the baby dolls, so she can take a bottle. So she's just like the baby dolls, except she's a stuffed animal. And I love stuffed animals just as much, if not more, than baby dolls. Yeah, she's super heavy, you guys. She came in the pink sleeper that you just saw me put on baby Susan, and her eyes are kind of red. She's been steam cleaned and looks pretty good, but she had gotten rather faded and dusty, but the steam cleaner really helped with that. I'll link the cleaning video below where I show myself cleaning dolls with the steamer. Here we have a Lee Middleton little boy named Duncan, and this one is my mom's doll because he looks just like my brother and is named after him as well. This one is from later on. So the neck says by Reva, like Reva Chic, if that's how you say her name. These are his original shoes with the Lee Middleton M on them. He's just in this nice little sweatsuit. He has a cloth body. His body does not go down as far on his limbs. As you can see, his limb still is a sleeve at the top that's stuffed, but the rest is vinyl. And his hands are kind of big for his body, I would say. Here's his other hand. Let me compare with Jake, our other boy. Here's the two boys together. And yes, Jake is not in his original outfit. I put him in this, and I have to be careful how I position him so that his cloth body doesn't show, which is a pet peeve of mine, but I think he looks super cute in this, so I don't really want to change him. Duncan has these cute little pursed lips. I love this little face, but it's totally different than Jacob's big head. And if you look closely, Duncan's eyes are beige on the part that's supposed to be white, so I think that is due to age. Hey, at least his eyes have not turned red. That's an issue with some of the Lee Middleton dolls. I would show you mine, but I had to throw her away a couple years ago. I had a Small Wonders Lee Middleton doll from the early 2000s. Her hair started to fall out and her eyes turned bright red. She was a little bit smaller, but very similar to this Duncan doll. So let's hope nothing bad happens to the blue of his eyes. Overall, Jacob is a much chunkier, bigger boy and more cuddly. So just a heavy chunk. And Duncan is more of a play doll that's less cuddly. Next up, I wanted to show you this awfully sweet Lee Middleton doll. That was the last one I got in maybe like 2003 or so from the doll market. I loved her bright outfit, and that's why I picked her out, but her face is super sweet. It's kind of like Susan's if Susan had open eyes. At least that's why I imagine Susan's eyes would look like. And also, she's a perfect size with this Duncan doll. They are very similar in size. I would say 16 or 17 inches. She came with this plate of food that's really cute and a little drink that I have misplaced at the moment because it's a very small sippy cup, unfortunately. She can suck her thumb or take a smaller or modified pacifier. She's got brilliant brunette deep dark hair and a little pink bow. She's got this bib that says please and thank you because since she came with food and drink, it was like she's a manners doll, like a polite little Miss Manners. Let's see what the back of her neck says. It says year 2000. I believe these two were made around the same time, but it would be perfect to role play them as brother and sister or twins even, since they're so similar in height, and he's a little heavier. Her body is very lightweight and cuddly, and her cloth body goes down super far. It goes all the way down to here on her leg, and it goes down to here on her arm. But I love that she's lightweight because I don't really like super heavy dolls. I know a lot of collectors do because of the therapeutic value, but I kind of like one that's lightweight that I can carry around with ease and it won't hurt my shoulder or back. I didn't name this doll. Let me know if you know her name because I think she's a kind of rare one, so I can't find her online right now. It's been said that when the police raided Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch, that he had tons of lifelike realistic dolls and that some were even children's sized. So it's been speculated that some of these were Lee Middleton dolls. When I tried to further research, I could not find anything else on this topic. If you know anything, let me know below in the comments. I would love to know more about that. These were the most realistic baby dolls when I was a kid, so I assume that that's what MJ had. At least he probably had some Lee Middletons. Maybe they weren't all Lee Middleton. I think in year 2000, American Greetings took over the Lee Middleton Doll Company, but by 2003, they were no longer producing new dolls. These dolls are still highly sought after by collectors on the secondhand market. You can find them as cheap as like $35. Some of the more immaculate condition ones are closer to $100, or some of the more rare ones can go for a pretty penny. Let me know who your favorite is down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for weekly long videos.